Hello and welcome. There we go, just getting everything going. Incompetent as ever. I was just loaded up my timer thing and saw my game count was at 0, which was not ideal. Maybe I forgot to say. Well, no, the total was still there. So I'm a couple minutes later getting here than I expected because I had to find the video for yesterday's, find where my gamer timer was up to, and yeah, fix it, which is an adventure in itself. I'm not super enamored with the live split software, but whatever. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, no music in this game because DMCA. Maybe I'll have to look at piping in some what's the word? Royalty-free music when I get these games. But yesterday, after getting past the first game, we took on Jarrett and Labonte stock car racing, otherwise known as TOCA World Touring Cars in the UK and Europe. This is the American version, hence the weird name and weird voiceovers. We had just finished the national section of the career progression, and so continuing on with the international section. Now, as you can see on the left, we haven't done the Mediterranean or Japanese tracks. So we're going to focus the European and Asia Pacific offers for the international section. I suppose. Get the timers going again. That helps. I was doing my intro and then I start the timer now. I had to press the button. I will be forgetting repeatedly. Probably not even accurate. I'm still missing about 15 minutes yesterday from playing crazy. But yeah, whatever. I just have to let the overall timer run for 15 minutes after the stream or something. Right, where was I? Okay, what have we got? South and Central America, not interested. Asia Pacific, win 3 races. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the let's not worry about a little wobble, because I'm not bothered about pausing it to have a chat, things like that. It can be vague. We're fine with that. Another Asia Pacific, European, 35 points. Beat TGA. How many races is there in this division? I take it's more than 6. 4 podiums. Ah, it's American, not interested. Mediterranean, win 3. Oh, right, that's national. That's national. We want international. Not interested in national. 7, then 8. So it's not a big jump from what we were doing, actually. Did you watch the Porsche Cup qualifying? I take it they weren't tyre dipping anymore, grass dipping. Right, I'm going to go for the 35 points. Ah, but Vance is ugly. Right, I'm going to go for the 3 wins out of 7. Do I have that in me? Three wins. That's what we're going for. Oh, the races are longer too. Right, so that's how they push it out. So what have we got here? We've got Ida, Suzuka. Sugo? I don't know Sugo. Ida sounds vaguely familiar. Anyway, we're at Bathurst first. Apply the Nabus Ultra top speed technique. T-Ida. Is that Fuji renamed? No, it's not Fuji. Oh, it's Okayama.
Welcome to the
Okay.
Asia Pacific Championship and the first race of the series here at Bathurst.
Let's get on with this. Oh, yeah. This is the 3 wins, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I will recognise Okayama for sure.
The lead has just been taken by David Hine.
Not a auspicious start to the stream. Bonk. Car's fine. Just a bit of cosmetic damage. Whoa, mate.
Sounds like it's getting rough out there. Take care.
How am I meant to dodge that bugger? Oh. Just like iRacing Bathurst. Car's still good, apparently. Doubt. Yeah. Not been a great first lap, has it?
Nobuhisa Yoshida has just taken the lead. Nobuhisa Yoshida has a big lead now.
Alright, that's damage. Hey, Drifter. How you doing, mate? As you can see, it's taken me a moment to get used to this game.
Wow!
Hey, Fluffed. How you doing, mate?
Like I'm still supporting this code.
Neil Roberts is riding hard on your tail.
And I love you for your support. Yeah, bumpers are just weight, aren't they? Cosmetic weight. Get rid. I wouldn't mind a less damaged engine, though. But you know me, I want the world. Heavy window gone now, should be going faster. The elbow. Well, I've been streaming for 10 minutes and it's already kicking off. Hey, there to be damned. Thank you for the boo bits.
Is still Nobuhisa Yoshida.
Thank you, Drifter, for the way.
Final lap. Repeat. This is the final lap.
Fucking big redeem. hold on. My kazoo's next to the rig. One moment. Right, what are we kazooing? No, this is a normal game, mate. But I do keep the kazoo next to my rig. Come on, what is it? What do you want? Bastard! There you go. This race crumbled while I was doing that. I was already struggling, it's fine.
I'm a handsome genius!
True. Well, the cheaty ratios fall apart when you have engine damage, so...
Let's take a look back at the highlight.
So yeah. It's alright, first race of the season. I'm
Let's
just
see how the race finished.
getting settled back in. We're
With all
fine.
your-
We're fine. Sugo. Right, I don't know this track. I might do a... exploratory... That looks kind of familiar. Sugo. Kojima? I know who Kojima is, but what's he got to do with Sugo? Hey, Contrast, what's up? So his name in the roster list. I'll have a look after this race then. Polygonal lights are the peak of graphical fidelity. Bloody hell, fluffed. In yesterday's stream, I had a friend who works for Rockstar, works on Red Dead Redemption 2, and Probably the new Grand Theft Auto as well. And he was just constantly talking about the graphics. So, like, mate, you do realise that you have like 100 times as many. Well, 100 times is probably low. Yeah, at least 100 times as many polygons to play with as these guys did, along with all sorts of other shit. And he just kept going. It's like, ooh, look at that pop-up distance. Ooh, look at those sharp edges. Ooh, look at this, look at that. It'll pop up now. Yeah, they've been watching and feel all offended.
Et toi, joli coup de TOCA.
You get. That's enough practice. Grid. Right, where's Kojima? H. Kojima. Yep. Yeah, he's there. 3 or 5 megabytes to work with on a disc. Are you talking capacity? No, it's 700 megabytes you get on a CD. Yeah, but generally games that went multi-disc, it's because they either had lots of music or lots of pre-rendered video. You know, think Final Fantasy VII, for example. That was a good one, Dan. I appreciated it. But yeah. So, I mean, it was never a question of capacity when it came to the PS1. It is just the amount of triangles it can push around every frame. You know, that was the big restriction.
The series continues here at Sugo.
Oops. This game does seem to struggle a bit with all of the light polygons as well, though. Cook. It does. This wasn't a pit stop race, was it, Nabus? Nah, it won't be. It'll be 6 laps plus for a pit stop, won't it?
The lead has just been taken
He's gone.
by Nobuhisa Yoshida.
Oh, you bastard! What is it meant to say if it doesn't say cook? Are we sure it isn't just meant to say cook? Click, click, I see it, click with a K. But yeah, it's cook now, we've decided.
Leading the race.
Hi guys, coming through. Fuck. Don't look at chat before a corner. I got away lightly with that one. We're all off ahead. Bonk. No 1X's in this game.
Merrick is hard on your heels. Keep pushing.
Get a load of Cook Rogers. Right, have I got that right? Buck Rogers, is that a thing? Am I getting my references mixed up again? Cook Cherry. Let's just go with cook cherry. Fuck it. Oh! Gosh!
That wasn't your fault. It
Yeah.
looked like shorturl.
Fucking was my fault, mate. I've been really impressed with this game, Drifter. I did like 4 hours of it last night.
Big lead now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not perfect. The biggest gripe is the AI likes to have a side swipe at you.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go. Rich Ogden is tailgating you.
Wheel's fine, mate. It's all cosmetic. See, at least with this track, I have the excuse of they don't know it. I do not have that excuse with Bathurst, the previous one. My excuse there, obviously, was the kazoo redeem. I'm just waiting for someone to boop the rest of the bumper off Drifter. Then I get the lightness speed boost. Almost a shitty rejoin there. Would have been whinging about that on the forum. Oh, bumper's gone. Shit.
Rich Ogden smashed into you there. We'll pass it on to the stewards.
Wait, there's more cars in this series. Here we go, gear ratios, just cruising past everyone on the straight.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap. Sounds like it's getting rough out there. Take care.
Is this still points for top 6 only, Nabas? Right, for those who are new to the challenge, exclamation mark list. It's got the next 5 games I'm due to play pre-drawn. Because I had technical issues with both Playing Crazy and this game, so I was kind of justified in taking that approach. So if you want to see what's coming up, there's that.
David Hind is still in the lead.
Every time off on that corner. Because it looks really benign on the minimap, but that minimap has like 5 pixels in it, so I don't know why I'm relying on it so much for navigation. Yeah. Okay, so 2 races down in this championship. 0 points. And I'm meant to get 3 wins to meet my team contract goal. You know what? Don't drink and drive, kids.
Let's see how the race finished.
Yeah, it was a tricky boy, that
Taking the
Nabis.
checkered flag for the second race
Kojima in
succession
third.
was David Hind. In second place, finishing on the podium
Actually,
for the second
let's
time
see what it's
was
called.
Makoto Oku. Taking 4 points for third place was Hiroshi Kojima.
Hiroshi Kojima.
Hey. Here are the current championship standings.
Right, time for the epic championship comeback now. I'm feeling it. Surface Parrot. Oh, fuck. I can't believe I forgot to Google it after the stream yesterday, Nabis, but I find it hard to believe there's a town called Surface Paradise. Is there any benefit to softening the suspension for this track so I can take the piss on the curbs a bit more? Should go visit. You think I'd like it? Do I look like the sort of person who can surf? I'll just get eaten by the sharks.
With the series well and truly underway, we move on to the third race here at Surfer's Paradise.
Corner cut, 1x.
Good driving. There's just a couple of cars in front of you now.
Boff. Yeah, bit expensive for a beach. There's a beach in Blackpool. I'll just go to that. I mean, there's no babes there, but... Fucking hell, mate. Oh, fuck, I need to cover that. By the way, for those who can make it to York in 3 weeks' time, Horsefest 5, featuring me. I say featuring, I mean like I'm on right at the start of the day. But you know, I'm there.
David Hind is over 5 seconds ahead now.
Come on,
Okay,
mate.
you're in a podium position. That's good.
3 p.m. ish. Oh fuck, when did I get second? Yeah, to be honest, because I did Horsefest 4, that was just a 5-act bill. And what he's basically done is reversed the... he's taken back all the people who did that, but put them all at the start and let the people who didn't play in January go higher up the bill. So at first I was a bit, aww, but then I worked out what he'd done. It's like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Oof. Right, let's go and chase this leader down. To be fair, this will be the 3rd time I've played in York, and it's always been this same guy who put me on. And the first time I did it, he put me on like 3rd from top, like 8 p.m. or so, even though I had absolutely brought no fans or anything. Fuck.
Listen, there's a problem with the engine. Try and take care of it.
You're a problem with the engine.
That engine is getting worse.
And yeah, he put me right up near the top because I was putting the band on hiatus after that gig. Because I had a new job in Leeds and, you know, shit was going to be fraught for a while. But eventually I fucked it off and went back to my Stockport job. The main reason I quit that Leeds job was because the guy on the desk next to me chewed really loudly, and it did my fucking head in. Conned him? No. I did not ask to be in a higher slot. He just saw that I was putting everything on hold for a while and promoted me. This is awfully nice of him.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
Damn right, Drifter. All these pesky top split eye racers are missing a trick. Well, this was looking good until I completely forgot about that chicane and, you know, did that. Blaming the minimap. Not a reliable guide to the track. Okay.
Final lap. Repeat. This is the final lap. You are currently on 4 points.
That was just a trick to impress all the surfer babes. Just, you know, just riding my touring car on 2 wheels, it's fine. Off. Yeah, just a little jump. It's fine. I got skills like me, girls. It's just easy, innit? Woof! That was a little much. These curbs are wild. Yeah. So why I briefly mentioned the idea of softening the suspension a bit to try and stop those ridiculous kick-ups, but I don't think any amount of suspension softening is going to deal with that physics jank.
Let's look back now at the race highlights.
Anyway, P3, still not nowhere near on course for meeting my team
Here
target.
is the official result. Let's see how the current championship table looks. Still.
Oh, I love that, because I've never heard of Jarrett and Labonte. One of the guys in the stream yesterday Googled him and went, oh, they were NASCAR drivers who never won a race. And that's why they only got a rebrand instead of their actual own game. This Adelaide. Yeah, I did Adelaide yesterday. I know my way around. Straight into the race. Oh, it's
The
raining.
next race marks the midway point for the series and comes from Adelaide.
It looks like you got a nudge from Makoto Oku.
Oh, mate. These guys are vicious. And we're last. Yeah, I've got a few licensed games that where I've never heard of the, you know, the source of the license. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Never heard of the concertina effect. Both of them sideswiped me. Yeah, everyone was selling licenses for £5, weren't they? Alright, P7. Car's not fucked yet, we're good.
Yoshida is pulling away in front.
Whoa! Planned that dive bomb. Was not caught out by earlier than expected braking whatsoever.
That's good driving. Keep pushing hard.
Fuck. Alright, just cosmetic. On the podium. Jinx. Aim to be on the inside more than the outside.
Look out. The car behind is catching you.
Not for overtaking, or... Oh, inside dive bombs. That requires the dive bomb to be premeditated and not just a response to them being slower than I thought they'd be.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Keep it up. 2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go. Be careful out there.
Oh, this is for the lead. Yeah, boy. No headlights remaining. 1 out of 6 headlights in the top 3 surviving. Right, time to check out. I did that on the previous lap as well. Final corner, tighter than expected. Blocking. No one report me, please.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap.
More blocking.
The car behind you is on your tail.
You'll have to fill me in on Horizon 5. I've never played any Forza game, to be honest. But I said this last night, I'm going to say it again. One of the biggest selling points of the majority of Codemasters racing games was always the driver AI. It always seemed to be leagues ahead of what any competitor was doing. You've got to remember, this came out roughly the same time as the first two Gran Turismos, where those cars were just on rails, you know. They did not even acknowledge your existence.
Great
Winner!
drive.
Let's take a look at the action from the race one more time.
They're not bad and can be a lot of fun, but the strong rubber banding. Yeah. There was a game I was playing a month or two ago.
Champagne.
Let's
Cheers.
see where everyone
It's a beer,
finished.
but, you know.
So taking the checkered flag was Jason Jarrett. Let's take a look.
So, anyway, the point I was getting to... Wow, what game was it? It was called Split /2. And it was it was kind of like a combat racing game, where instead, like, you could only use attacks in certain places, and it changed the route of the race. There was loads of explosions. It was pretty fucking cool, but the rubber banding was outrageous on it. When often I find when I'd like do those sort of games, I'd get ultra fans coming into the stream to kind of, you know, thumbs up it along. I often get that with when I did my indie nights or my lesser played known game nights, and these guys were literally telling me, do not take the lead until the final straight, otherwise you won't win. That's how strong it was. It was pretty wild. Where are we? Okay. Okayama. Yeah, I can see already, Nabis, that's Okayama just from that image. Right, let's plod on. I need more wins.
Here we are for the 5th race of the series, here from TI Circuit Aida.
Worst rubber band in Metropolis Street Racer. Well, I never had a Dreamcast, so I can't really comment on that front, but... Oh, the difference not having to use the mini-map to know what corner's coming up makes. But I still got fucking minced. Get... Oh, what? Yeah, fucking fucked you, Aussie prick. That's still fine. Oh, they're all off. Yeah, I'll teach me. Metropolis Street Racer allows players to give themselves a 60-second head start. You what, mate? Well, what's the point if they're just going to rubber band to back up to you? 10 seconds a lap faster. That's outrageous.
Has a big lead now.
Right, I need to give this the beans to try and catch up. What? They'll be 20% faster than the best possible lap time. Try and catch up. That's outrageous. How did that pass QA?
Daisuke Tanaka is riding hard on your tail.
That passed QA because it was by design. So it looked good, is what you're saying. Another guy off at the last corner. The AI don't seem to like that corner here. That's... wow.
Well done. That's the fastest lap so far. Keep pushing. You're getting closer to the car in front. 2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
With 2 laps down, there's only 2 laps remaining. Fucking fucks, you fucking fuck. But I never got a Dreamcast. I was a Sega boy in my early years. Master System and Mega Drive. But then the Saturn was obviously a big flop. It never even crossed my radar that it was really a thing. And so I ended up having a PlayStation 1 in that gen. And then when the Dreamcast came out, I was fully like immersed. I was a PlayStation boy. And while the Dreamcast was the best console so far at that point, it's like everyone who had a PS1 knew that the PS2 was technically going to be superior. It unfortunately was basically a bit of a desperate... Fuck you, man! Bit of a desperate gamble from Sega to stay in the console business, and I'm not sure they quite played it right. I think the writing was already on the wall. You know. It's not that the Dreamcast was bad, it's that Sega's reputation had already decided its fate at that point. And it's such a shame because I loved my Mega Drive so much. And it's just a shame. And it didn't even start with the Saturn. It started with the bloody Sega CD and the, what was it called, the X32, was it? All the add-ons that they kept pushing out. Shit like that. You didn't know if you were coming or going with them. You didn't know if, you know, you're going to drop 200 quid, 300 quid or whatever. And this was, what, 30 years ago on a Sega CD? And you don't even know if there's going to be any good games released. It destroys all consumer faith. It was the same sort of shit that led to the big 80s crash with Atari. Where consumers would have had no confidence that they were gonna get value from money from their investment. You know, so such a shame. I don't think a single guy in my secondary school year got a Dreamcast. None of us were interested.
Here's a chance to look at the best action again.
Oh well, I've not met
Let's
my
see how the
requirement
race
here.
finished. Let's see how the
Still top 3 in the Champo at least. That's what really matters. It's the Champo points. Bad time for Sega. Dreamcast had some insane. Well, yeah, it was a crazy concept. I mean, it had a built-in 56K modem, didn't it? And the PS2 barely had any internet support. You know, the main reason to buy a modem for a PS2, excuse me, is if you wanted to play Final Fantasy XI. Like the hard drive add-on that you could get for that. I think the Final Fantasy XI was the only game that ever made use of that. That's wild. Whereas the Dreamcast had Phantasy Star Online, didn't it? Right, this is the one. Oh, Suzuka mandatory pit stop. Must win at least 3 races. Oh, this is still on. This is still on. SOCOM 2 as well for Dreamcast or the PS2 hard drive. I remember actually when the Dreamcast was new. PS2 hard drive, okay. When the Dreamcast was new, my older brother, discussing that as a cheap way to get online because we didn't have a PC in the house. And obviously, it's a console. It's not a fucking PC, so that didn't come about.
The championship reaches its final stages here for the next to the last race from Suzuka.
And it was actually a Windows. It had like a weird version of Windows on it, didn't it? The Dreamcast. As an operating system. Fuck. I definitely know my way around Suzuka. Just not this game's interpretation of it.
It looks like you got a nudge from Minoru Katagi.
Well, the PS2 add-on nowhere to be found in Canada. I assume the hard drive again. I never had it because I did waste all my university years on Final Fantasy XI, but I was on the PC version. It was pretty much I think it was possibly the first ever cross-platform game because it was cross-platform between...
David Hind is over 5 seconds
Shut up, crew
ahead
chief.
now.
Cross-platform between PlayStation 2, PC, and later Xbox 360 as well. Shit!
Race leader is still David Hind. The scheduled stops are just starting now.
Retro Achievements adding PS2 support. I still need to sign up for Retro Achievements. Still not... I've got so many things I need to do. I need to write a fucking list. But I just keep forgetting. I mean, to be fair, on the grand scheme of things I need to do,
Is ahead. Try
signing
and
up to
catch it.
Retro Achievements isn't quite up there. You know, not like get the extractor fan in my bathroom replaced. Yeah, that's a bit more important than signing up to Retro Achievements, but... the point remains. It's been knackered for several months now. To be honest, I'm kind of enjoying not being beholden to achievements anymore. Because I do like ticking off the list. But, you know, it drives you to do stuff that basically isn't interesting. Doesn't it? Alright, guys. Dickheads, come on, get out of the way. No, my biggest priority at the moment needs to be prep work for my next gig. I'm way behind on that. Alright, cheers for the love tap off the track there. Well, that's it. I mean, you might look at a list of achievements, Navas, and say, you know, all I need, like, you know, it says 95% done, but that last one is the, you know, win every race by 10 seconds or something daft.
The car behind you is on your tail.
Oh, remember, I forget what he was called. There was this YouTube channel that someone on my Facebook friends list followed. And his whole thing was getting as many platinum trophies on the PS4 as possible. And you should have seen the size of the bags under his eyes. He had like over 1,000 platinum trophies. And the guy never slept. And the guy in question, not the platinum guy, the guy who followed him, all he would ever do was, it was on Facebook, not YouTube, but all he would do would just comment on his videos, get some sleep. Get some sleep, mate. Come on, mate. Get some sleep. You need it. Get some sleep. Yeah, he was Middle Eastern. Maybe Bahraini, I'm thinking.
Someone has spun out up ahead. Watch out for them.
I think he had a wife and kids and job as well. And he just taken it upon him to be the ultimate platinum hunter. And he did not look happy with his life choices. Fuck! Shite rejoin.
You got a nudge from Rich Ogden.
Oh, it does, mate. I mean, very easy to get very invested,
Carried away out there.
overly invested. Oh, I can't catch these tank slappers, man. Well, it's been a long time since I saw one of his videos. Not that I've ever gone looking for them, but I hope the guy's doing better now. Maybe gone cold turkey on the PlayStation. I'll do him good. Nice 10, maybe 11 hour sleep.
5 laps to go. Repeat, 5 laps to go.
Maybe a day in the park with his family. Have an ice cream, lad. You know. Instead of buying another video game, why not get a tub of ice cream and watch a very easy movie? One which doesn't require much thinking. Sounds boring, to be honest. Oh, fuck! Right, box this lap, please, Paul.
Daisuke Tanaka is ahead. Try and get past him.
Yeah, well, that's it on Steam. You get games that literally just spam you with achievements to raise your gamer score. It's become a business in its own right. It's pretty crazy. I never properly... The thing is, I don't hunt achievements for achievements' sake. But if I'm really enjoying the game, I will look at the list and, you know, think about ticking it off. An achievement's done right can really add to a game. Oh, this... What's with this pit entry? It's wild. Yeah, achievements done correct can enhance a game. And by done correct, I mean encourage you to try things that you might not otherwise do. So an achievement for do a single online game. That's a great idea. You're on a game which is mainly single player with an online option. Do one online race. Give it a go. Try it out, you know. But an egregious example, the Final Fantasy IX release that they did for PS4, there's an achievement for, I think it was beating like 100,000 enemies. And I think it had to be on a single playthrough as well. You couldn't even just play through the game twice and get it. And I was level 99 on all characters. You know, couldn't get any more XP. Learnt all the abilities. I'd done everything else. And I still had several tens of thousands of enemies to kill to get this achievement. And it's like, I've beaten the super bosses. I've beaten everything the game has to offer. That's just ticking. That's a fucking shit achievement because it doesn't do anything to entertain me. A good achievement should be entertaining to achieve. And, you know, a stupid grind with no benefit beyond a little bronze trophy. It's not entertaining. Nyum. Oh, for Understeer City. Yeah, still time to claw this one back. Copium.
You're getting closer to the car in front.
This is an awfully tricky track with this handling model. I do think there's a lot more elevation changes in this game than the actual... Seems steeper, the climbs and the descents. Not that it should really matter, because it's, yeah, whatever.
There's no change at the front.
Right. Yeah, dip in a gravel, it just kind of rotates you straight away. It definitely behaves differently to grass. Check my gear ratios.
Makoto Oku has just taken the lead.
I've never broke so much for 130R in my life. Are you also a fan of Redbird Drifter? That's the second time you've done a way.
Repeat, only 2 laps to go. That's good driving. Keep pushing hard.
Ah, fellow Redbird enjoyer. Ah, I love Goomy. He's the best. Shit. Yeah, Dagger 2 keeps getting me. I'm in the points.
Race leader is still Makoto Oku.
Finally. A good 130R. Rewarded with a sight of 5th.
Well done. That's the
Oh,
fastest
cheers,
lap
mate.
so far. Okay, this is it.
Enjoy the encouragement, Mr. Crew Chief. I think first might have left me behind at this point. Shit. Oh, the IMSA one, Nabis. Well, since it's a proper collaboration rather than just we're running our tournament on iRacing, that does offer a little bit of hope, I would say.
Race leader is still Makoto Oku.
Why just 3 in TCR though? Why not 3-4 in TCR? God, the packs really got spread out in this race, hasn't it? No rubber band in here. Bonk. Cheers, buddy.
The car behind is catching you fast.
Sizable fields per class. Yeah, very, very good point, mate.
Let's take a look back at the highlights from today's race.
Yeah, I think
Let's take a look at the result.
when it comes to iRacing
Taking the
multi-class,
checkered flag and here
I
are the
am
current championship.
looking forward to them increasing the maximum field size in a lobby. So, you know, you could have maybe 3 classes with 25 cars per class. You know, if they bumped it up to 75. I think that would be best for Nürburgring because that race gets lonely after 20 hours, doesn't it? Right, round 7 of 7. Okay, my team criteria has been failed. Let's do some Bathurst.
So the championship will be decided here at the final race from Bathurst.
Shut up, Navis. We don't remember that. And how that effectively cost our team a win. Shh. Literally the only mistake I've made in an endurance race this year. He ain't letting me forget it. Sorry, by mistake I mean deadly mistake. You know, I've obviously had a few missed apexes and all that shit. And if I hadn't tried to stretch the stint by an extra lap, I wouldn't have even been in the car to make that mistake. Fucking hell.
Daisuke Tanaka is now leading the race.
Yeah, well, I've binned it both years now. So the first bin, I didn't even take any damage. I just got the car stuck. Had to take a tow. Yeah, next time I do Nürburgring. Nürburgring at night, I will be making brightness adaptations. So I was saying that I'm on a different PC now anyway, with different graphics settings, so my visibility might be better. But yeah, I will be taking action to help my visibility. Just like whacking the brightness right up for my night stints.
The car behind you is on your tail.
Only 3 laps? Oh man. Have to get a wiggle on. Fuck! It's all good, it's all good.
Nobuhisa Yoshida is riding hard on your tail. Makoto Oku is over 5 seconds ahead now.
Ah, yeah. Well, that's it. On 2021, you put yourself out of harm's way with that spin.
Okay, this is it.
It's a relief to know it wasn't just me.
You are currently on 4 points.
Oh, I was so livid because I was only a corner out in my mind. I thought I was on the, you know, the big climb up to the carousel. I thought I'd gone through the last real corner before then, and I hadn't. And big crunch. 20 minutes repairs. Egg and my face were in alignment.
There's an accident ahead. Take it easy. Makoto Oku is over 10 seconds ahead now.
Big gear ratios.
That's good. Just the race leader to catch now.
That's good. Just the race leaders to catch with your less than a sector of the lap left. Race left. And also, he's pretty much also already on the finish line. Yeah, no you don't, fellow cook.
Here's a chance to look at the best act.
Yeah, well.
Let's see how the race finished. Today's winner was Makoto Oku.
9
Following
seconds
him,
off. Fucking
Let's
hell.
take a look at the
Still got a top 3. We're good, we're good, we're good. Now endurances are easy. Getting that first one out of the way is handy. Easy how? Just because we've been there, done that, so to speak. Let me nudge this camera over because I'm doing the big left lean today. Oh. Well, I think I'm going to end up doing all 3 international series here, aren't I? Only 24 points for a third. Gosh. Yeah. I mean, the first one that we both did, Nabbas, was Bathurst 21, wasn't it? And I drove so conservative that race. I mean, fair enough, Dean had already taken us out of it by that point, but yeah, I was overly zealous with the fuel saving. I was trying to extend the stint by a lap and was costing far more time than was worth it. But I got 0x. 0x at Bathurst is always good. Right, I am just going to take a quick 2-minute break, guys. Going to top up my drink and get rid of the previous drink. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's catch up on the chat. Drifter, you still shit yourself during that culmination of however many is practice and not wanting to do nothing. Well, we all get that, mate. Yeah. There used to be a bit of a, to quote the legendary band, girl band Bewitched, there used to be a bit of celery about it all. You know, I mean, we all want to do well, and especially when you put all that time in. But yeah, there's a bit of fatalism about it all. I remember for the first Bathurst, before I even asked, like, put a post on the forum looking for a team, I spent 2 hours in practice mode on Bathurst doing like an end-to-end stint solo. There wasn't AI back then. It was 2 hours, like as if it was race situation, but I've got no traffic, just to prove I could go that long without a bin. And if I binned it during those 2 hours, I would not have put the forum post up, basically. You know, that's just what I had to do for my own peace of mind. I don't do that anymore, like 2 hours solo practice. But I think it was good for me, not just because it proved that I could do 2 hours, but also like 2 hours solo. It's not the most exciting thing in the world to do. You kind of need that for endurance because you will get bits, like particularly later in races, you get bits where you just don't see anybody else. And you just need to tick off the laps, and it's good to be able to just settle into that kind of rhythm of just let's tick off a bunch of laps, you know. It's needed. Yeah. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love a bit of wheel to wheel, but when you're in for the day, it really suits to be able to have a segment where you can just tick off the time without having to worry about other people. Right, what offers I've got? I want European, don't I? I want a European drive. Oh, I've got to do test drives again because I didn't meet my team requirement. I've only got 3 offers here. Oh no, 4 offers. I've just done Asia Pacific, so fuck that. American, I've done all the trust work. It's got to be this team then. Must complete a lap of Silverstone in 1:26. I assume that's the shorter version. Do full stints over and over till you don't crash. Well, good. It's you know, you wouldn't keep doing that if you didn't think there was any benefit for you. Because I often tend to take the start in races, since the AI has become more of a prevalent thing. I've taken to, excuse me a second, spending a lot of time just spamming starts against the AI. Like I did so many Bathurst AI starts for 22. And the AI isn't super realistic compared to normal people. Where it's really good is that it forces you to go offline. It forces you to try all the alternative routes around. So basically what I'd do, I'd set it up like me against 40 or so AI. Try and get the range in the right things. And they'd all go light fuel because I'd set it up as a 3-lap race. But I'd full tank because that's how I'd be doing the actual start. And it was just so good for A, getting me used to the cold tyre lap, B, forcing me offline. It was a very good use of the AI. Basically, I'd have it a 3-lap race, and then I'd do the first 2. I don't think you could set it to lower than 3. And I would just keep restarting it over and over, just to be used to dealing with Bathurst with a field full of cars around me. Wasn't even paying attention to that lap, but way too slow. Shit. 3 seconds off. What? I don't think that was a bad lap. Let's do it again. I'm going to have to actually concentrate on this lap rather than telling a story. Yeah, the AI is definitely a better option for stint practice rather than doing it alone. But yeah, ultimately the main thing to remember with the AI is that your battles with AI will not be representative of battles with other drivers. Because actual other drivers are a lot less predictable in what they'll do. Six, 5. Fuck, I'm 2, 1. Ah! Was that it? That was right on the knuckle. Oh, fuck, 400ths. Let's go again. Yeah, and as I made the point with my short race restarts for practicing an endurance start, while they're not realistic in how they'll approach combat, and there were some mega pile-ups that the AI did at Bathurst, I tell you now. Yeah, that's not realistic, but it is just the fact that it forces you to take the wide lines, all that makes it worthwhile. You just get used to doing different lines around every corner that you wouldn't do on your own. Yeah, I missed that corner a bit. Really want this drive, though. Because I haven't done the Mediterranean tracks yet. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ugh. 7/10. I was still a bit closer than I would have liked, but I got it. Give me that drive, boys. Doodly-doo. Right. 3 podiums they want. Let's do it. Easy game. I'll bring my secondary monitor closer, I think. Make it easier to read the old chatter. Hockenheim. Is the full version even in this game, or is it just the shortened version, Navas? I get the impression, because like with Silverstone, it's a shortened version, and yeah. Yeah, they haven't done multiple layouts of these tracks, have they? And to be fair, it's just generally the short version that touring cars use, so yeah, that's fair. No, for round 3 of oh, it's just the Grand Prix circuit. It's not the Schleif. I wasn't even paying attention.
Welcome to the European Championship and the first race of the series here at Hockenheimring.
Whoa, dick nose! Oh, I didn't do the setup. I always forget that. Remind me in 4 laps time. We can at least get it for the remaining races. This bumper, man, it's such a drag. Alright, 14th to 1st in 3 laps. Looks like they're on high downforce setups anyway, based on their speeds.
Look out, the car behind is catching you.
Get fucked, Chief. I'm just giving what I've been given. He turned in on me. That's still fine, it's just cosmetic. Shit. Still 10th. God, I really did need the change setup. It seems like now. Fucking hell. Whoa, dick nose. Seems like I'm a lot more susceptible to contact putting me out of line than the AI is.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap.
Might be a shout, that. Oh yeah, who goes out of the way to look for a TOCA game, eh? I was basically expecting, for the actual purpose of bringing in viewers,
Race leader is still Jason
Gran
Martin.
Turismo is going to be the one. Wipeout. I mean, everyone who played TOCA games on the PS1 will generally remember it fondly, but that's going to be something you go looking out for, is it? Oh dear me, I was hoping for better from that race. You know what, I'm going to do that right now, Nab. I'm going to...
Let's look back now at the race highlights.
Let's shut up that guy. Category... Retro. Cool. I'll shove myself in retro. Why not? Well, like I say, who the fuck's going to be looking out for TOCA World Touring Cars,
Let's
eh?
take a look at the finals. The championship table is really...
Not a great start to the championship, but whatever. Game completion in the title. Well, Stream 2 is worthy information as well. That's a good shout. I'm going to do that. Along with Stream 2, because it's nice to see the progress in terms of how long I've been streaming, I suppose. You know what? Fuck it. That's something I ripped off Slops. Actual game number is... I'm going to shove that in front of the game name. Any other suggestions? I'm all ears. Well, eyeballs, but you know. No, that does sound good, doing it by game rather than stream, because streams... You know, I did Plane Crazy in an hour. Hold on. Let me just... Oh. Yeah, it pauses loading screens if I click off the emulator there. Better luck next time, Dan. Okay, where are we now? Dijon Plenoir. Oh, I don't think I know this one. Oh, have I got... I just noticed that something's visible over my left shoulder. I've been drinking. The heart. Oh, you can kind of see it now. Oh, it's like initially, so all you saw was the glare, but that'll do. You know, the things I do for you guys, you know. Right, I'm gonna do a quick practice of this track. I'm not recognizing it. Setup change needed. I'm gonna have a little bit of wing. Right. Anything else aside from gears and wings? Tires, there is no multiple dry compounds. It is just conditional. I think that'll help. Okay. Anti-roll bars. Setting this to hard makes the car more responsive, but increases the risk of getting a big yeet. I'm gonna leave that. So soften that ARBs a bit. Okay. Give it 2 notches on each of them then.
Welcome to the second race of the championship here at Dijon.
Dijon! Can tell that guy did not have a pronunciation guide. Oh, look at my acceleration. Lack thereof. Getting minced off the start. Oh, I forgot to go back for practice. You bastard willies. Hey mate, touring car drivers go hard. Bonk. 2 for 1. I've been due a win in contact. Bloody hell. Okay. Time for the Nama strat to pay dividends. I'm fucking hell. There are 4 or 5 places on the straight there. Fuck. Get him back on the straight, it's fine. It's fine.
Is pushing hard behind you. Don't let him find a way past.
Right, 10th. 9th. 8th.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
7th.
That's good driving.
Alright, cheers, bud. 6th, 5th. Shit. Still good, it's still good. Turn too much into the hairpin again. Mix it up a bit. Not through actual corners though.
Final lap. Repeat. This is the final lap.
Oh, that's the podium.
Onto the podium now. Do you think you can make second?
Wasn't a good hairpin, but it is the best I've done today. Whoa, Sandy. I'll get him on the straight, it's fine.
Robbie Marshall has a big lead now.
Big lead as in he's just finished. Dickhead. Nyom. Nabastrat.
Onto the podium now. Do you think you can make second?
I think you can make second
Let's
now
just
that
run-
the race is finished.
Let's see
No.
where everyone finished. Let's see how the current championship table looks.
Alright, only 1 point off third.
So, heading the championship
First and
table,
second, they're running away with it. Gonna take something to bother those guys. That's some nerby werbs. Alright, I've got my setup now, haven't I? Let's go. Quick save state.
all the drivers are raring to go. So let's get down to the grid.
I think definitely we'll need to do a repeat, Nabas. Certainly doing all three as a minimum. How much is it for a championship win? $70? It's quite a lot, actually.
You're in a podium position. That's good.
I only got, what, 20-something for fourth in the other one? Oh, is it by amount of races won rather than actual championship result? Okay. Car's battered already, guys. Okay, so it's literally the amount of points you earn in the championship go towards that score. It's not your position or anything else. It is if I earn 50 points in this championship, that's 50 points towards getting invited to the Worldie. Okay, understood. Better do some winning then. Unreal. 11. Off. Alas, I was using an iRacing brake marker of a kink in the road. It's a different kink here.
The lead has just been taken by Rich Tawn.
Gonna get my lead back.
The car behind you is on your tail.
Buddy! All of the time you have to leave at the space. Dirty fucking bastard. Tell you what, F1 though at the moment,
Rich Tawn is
silly
pushing hard
season.
behind you. Don't let him find a way
I don't
back.
think the phrase silly season's doing it justice, is it? Oh, when Piastri came out and said, I'm not going to drive for Alpine next year. Fucking hell.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go. You are currently on 6 points.
Did it again. Did it again.
Robbie Marshall is pulling away.
Oh, it's outrageous. The thing is, though, the whole reason he's done it is because the Alpine option expired, didn't it? But they wouldn't have put that statement out if they didn't think it was watertight, so, you know. Let's do sporting courts again. That's great fun for everyone. Damn it. He was not leaving the car's width. Meh, 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 meh. Nor was he. Yeah, I see Navas's comment about the outside now. Outside bad. Yeah, the Alonso Aston Martin move caught me completely off guard. Who wants to be the number 2 to Lance Stroll, eh?
Final lap. Repeat. This is the final lap.
Right, how far's the leader now? I'm red dot on the mini-map, aren't I?
Edwin Weicker is pushing hard behind you. Don't let him find a way past.
Thing is, the only good teammate is a pushover, isn't it? Because they're not teammates that like footballers would be teammates. Ocon's there desperately trying to make a career. What does Fernando want? I was catching up for the win here, but you know what I think was throwing me off? The transition on the left in turn 1 from grass to gravel is very different
Here's a
here.
chance to look at the best
Of
action
course it fucking would be, you know. I'm only blaming myself.
Here
I
is
think that's what
today's
was throwing me
result.
off there.
Here is the Drivers' Championship table.
I could have done with that win, though. Who the fuck wants to be a number 2, though? The only reason a driver would accept being number 2 is in the hope to be becoming number 1 when the previous number 1 leaves. You know. Oh, okay, this is a pit stop race. Yeah,
So
you're
we're now
right.
halfway through the series, and our next race
It's
brings us
just
to
a strange
Monza.
little situation. What the fuck is this layout? Oh no, it's similar. Why did I think it was fucking Monza? Oh, wait, no, it is similar. I mean, it is Monza. Is it? Yeah, it is. That was Curva Grande.
The car is looking pretty out of it now.
Alright, it's Lesmo 1. Ah, it caught me so off with the first chicane there. I still got both headlights, that's the start. Alright, what's the yeah, Ascari was a chicane at this point. I missed the banking bridge. Used to seeing that. Barrier seems close at Parabolica. The guy's off for an early pit stop.
Jason Parkinson has a big lead now.
Is tyre wear actually a thing in
Cars are
this?
starting to come in for their stops now.
Or is it just a case of yeah, this chicane is the opposite way. But did it really used to be like that? Surely not. That's... Right, so it is just a stop for stopping's sake. There's no tyre management consideration to actually care about. Oh god, that's Lesbo, that's not Curva Grande. Oh, 49. Yeah, he was doing that today, wasn't he? It was the Monza combined layout. Fuck, sorry, looking at chat, not the track. Don't drink and drive, kids.
Jason Parkinson doesn't look like he's going to be caught by anyone now.
You see, the thing is, the reason they look like death traps is because that's fucking hell. That's what they were. No other way to put it. It's amazing that people would drive in them. Not for long. Here we go, super scuffed sector 1. Wild. Yeah, and there was apparently a cultural thing to it. Basically because it was the post-war years. You know, people had a strange outlook on mortality, I believe. But obviously I wasn't there. I know I'm old, but I'm not that old. It's a strange old thing. Alright, it's just too hot through there. Did not have the grip. That you really bog down in that fucking gravel, don't you? Bloody hell. It's an awfully strange thing, and obviously the pattern towards safety is a good one. It was such a strange thing to go off on a tangent now. The whole Halo debate that used to exist, because we're all fucking delighted it exists now. But at the time, there was a lot of pushback going, I mean, the looks is one thing. The Halo doesn't look great, but I always knew as soon as cars were designed with the Halo in mind, it'd look less like a sore thumb. And that's exactly what happened. Once you can design it into the shape of your car, it'll look a bit better. But it's like people going, like, looks is one argument, but I really hate the argument of, oh, let's not make it too safe. I believe one person who made such an argument was fucking Nicky Lauda. You think he'd be all for safety? The other one, I remember Roman Grosjean saying it's a step too far. He's fucking glad for it now. I'm glad he's glad for it, you know. I'm glad he's still with us.
Look out for loose debris on the track ahead. There's been a crash.
Yeah, well, that's it. The Halo has saved a lot more drivers than I expected it to. Because with the exception of poor Jules Bianchi, we were in quite a fortunate phase for Formula One, because Bianchi was the only person to suffer mortal injuries since Senna and Ratzenberger. You know, it was an awfully long time, and the sport had basically been incredibly lucky.
It looks like most of the stops have been made now.
Box a slap, please, Paul. Fast cars will always be exciting. I mean, you can't make the drivers too safe in my eyes, because the sporting excitement of cars going side by side is the fact that their races can end at any moment. Not their health or their life. You know, you know, it's exciting for sporting reasons, not daredevil reasons. So I don't think there needs to be an element of danger. You know, a big crash is always oh shit, but it can also be oh shit because they're fighting for the championship and they're now getting 0 points. It doesn't need to be oh shit for, oh no, we're worried for their life, you know? And it'll always look dramatic.
Watch your pit lane speed and look for the crew.
Yeah, rugby's a big one because of the whole concussion thing. But I'll pause that a sec because I want to finish this point before I forget it. I often will forget my points when I'm busy trying to do the race cars at the same time. For me, as soon as the Halo was announced, I kind of took I looked at it and I thought, doesn't look good. But my approach was basically, well, you know, if it can make the sport safer, you've got to go with it. And my feelings on how it looks or my feelings on how dangerous the sport needs to be, I kind of felt was irrelevant because the moment that device existed, it had been invented, it was a thing that could be added to the car, you've got to run it. Because if you don't, for whatever bullshit reason you pick, if you don't, as soon as there's a single accident where that device could have saved a life, but you've not attached it because of aesthetics or whatever other bullshit reason, you're open to suing from the victim's family, aren't you? You know, there was a thing there that could have saved a fella's life and you didn't use it because people didn't like how it looked on the car. You're going to have your arse sued off. So there was no debate for me. You got to shove it on. Otherwise, litigation city.
Here, go.
I'm not a big fan of suing culture, but I'm all for it in this particular example. Shove on the safety devices, guys. I'm all for it.
Edwin Weicker is tailgating you.
Because we all know if Grosjean had gone through that barrier in Bahrain without the halo, he would be gone. And if that had happened, you know damn well his family would be suing F1 for not using the device that could have saved his life.
Race leader is still Rich Tawn.
I do feel actually
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
my point about why litigation in this circumstance would be a good thing, I didn't make it very well. So I'm going to push it a little more. The reason why I think instant litigation in this situation would be a good thing is because it takes the emotional side of the argument out of the argument. You know, when it's a case of we need to fit this device to protect ourselves from repercussions rather than protect the driver, you know, it takes the emotional side out of it and it becomes a cold, hard, like logic decision. I'm okay with that. Blocky. Fuck off.
Car behind
My
is catching
podium.
you fast.
Right, where's second?
Robbie Marshall is over 5 seconds ahead now.
Anyway, on the subject of Romain Grosjean, I watched a video on YouTube today where he took us on a tour of his
Done. That's the fastest
well, what I
lap
can
time.
only describe as his tour bus.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap.
I was quite jealous. That bus, more expensive than my home. And it's about as big as my home as well.
Edwin Weicker is tailgating you.
What racing series is currently most dangerous? Easy. No, not rally. Road motorbikes. Basically, Isle of Man TT, Northwest 200. Road racing on bikes. Like street road racing on bikes. Isle of Man takes lives every year. If it's cars, rally. But yeah, just outright racing. Isle of Man TT, Northwest 200. It's a shame because I do really like. I forgot to follow it this year, unfortunately. I have been following the TT for a few years prior to the pandemic, and
Let's look back now at the race highlights.
it's such a downer because they do like at the end of each day of the
Here
TT.
is the official result.
Shut up, chatty man. They do like our highlights on ITV4 channel, which I used to follow. As I say, I forgot this year. I'm probably too busy playing computer games. But yeah, it was like an hour of amazing footage of these bikes bombing it around the Isle of Man. And then they'd always end the episode with a kind of a reel of, oh, and these are the guys who've died today. Like a tribute moment. And really leaves a bad taste in your mouth, you know. It's sad. I do have a couple of friends who live on the Isle of Man, and I went over in 2019 for basically the first weekend of it. It's nice, you know. It's just a like 40-minute flight from Manchester. But the weekend got like I should have seen like the first of the biggest races before I went back home, but. Rain happened, and all I caught was like a couple of practice sessions. Oh well. Right. Oh, I've met my team criteria. Right, I just need to nail as many points as possible now.
The next race of the series is here at Silverstone.
Plonk.
Carried away out there.
Already fucked my car. To be fair, mate, in real life I probably couldn't even race cars.
We know this is a contact sport, but you're making a mess of that car.
I have been round the Isle of Man TT track on the back of my mate's bike, like riding as a passenger over the mountain, because well, when the TT's not on, over the mountain they don't have a speed limit there, so you can go as fast as you want. And we did reach 120 miles an hour over the mountain. I'm just like holding on to my mate's waist for this. Give you the context. I wasn't super enamored with it. It was cool, but yeah. I prefer being in control. Yeah, we hit 120, but to give you the perspective, the average speed of the best TT riders, the average speed of a lap, 130 mile an hour. You know, they hit 200, like 190, 200 miles an hour on those bikes around the Isle of Man.
Robbie Marshall is ahead. Try and catch him.
Fuck. Yeah. And here's the thing, though, is I'm going to do another tangent here.
Keep pushing. You're getting closer to the car in front.
And you know, it feeds into the same logic of the grass dipping that happened at the Spa 24 iRacing event. Because if you don't full send into bright sunlight, you're just going to lose to those who do. You know. So, yeah, I thought the grass dipping was bullshit, but I kind of get it.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
I've lost my point. But yeah, and to go to the actual end destination of my point, mind punt.
Peter Keane is ahead.
In the wake of the Jules Bianchi accident in 2015 in the F1, they introduced the virtual safety car, which is basically a speed limit to save them out, like where they don't quite need a safety car, but they need you to slow the fuck down. And it was a response to the problem with the yellow flags, where you have to slow down an air quotes reasonable undefined amount for safety reasons. But by leaving that in the driver's hands, you, from a sporting perspective, they need to go as fast as they legally can through those yellow flag zones, which could lead to accidents in bad conditions. Because if you're being extra safe through your double waved yellows, you're losing out to those who aren't. That's why the virtual safety car is a good thing, because it takes the choice out of the driver's hands. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it is wrong, and I wouldn't have done it. I've got quite a compass, but, you know, I know racing. If you don't take that extra tenth, you just lose to those who do. Basically. So from a sporting perspective, you've got to do it. And that leads on to my point about the yellows. Like Jules Bianchi, unfortunately, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but he may well have been going too hot through that double waved yellow zone. I say may, I don't know. But he certainly aquaplaned. And the virtual safety car takes the decision out of his hands. And that's what the iRacing updates do too. It's no longer a decision to grass dip or not, because there's no benefit, and that's the best way is to basically take the contentiousness out of it, take the decision out of the people's hands.
Here is the official result. Taking the checkered flag, here is the driver.
It does, but I've met people. A lot of them are shit. I'm not going to worry myself too much about it. Yeah, here's a good point, Drifter. Actually, the egregious point wasn't the fact they were doing it. It's the fact that they knew they were all going to get weak banned for it, but were just taking it on the chin. You know?
The championship reaches its final stages here for the
Was
next
against
to
the
the
rules.
last race from Brands Hatch.
But it wouldn't have undone the result. Memories of Schumacher winning the British Grand Prix with a black flag for that level of rule bending, you know. All of the time you have to leave the space. But again, for Urano to look at it and go, you know, we've put in collectively hundreds of hours of practice time. I would have understood if they followed the meta. I don't approve the meta, but I get it. You know.
Something's happened ahead. There could be debris on the track.
We all know the disappointment of signing up for an endurance race, putting in tens of hours of practice, just for it all to end on the first lap. Sunk cost fallacy, isn't it? Okay, some real bit near apart, just some of the grass. It is, mate. I'm not trying to defend the teams. I'm just saying I understand the mindset. You know, and I understand the mindset, and the best way to deal with it is to remove the exploit. That's my only 2 points. I'm not defending anything. Yeah, we've seen extreme shit in so many sports, virtual or real.
Jason Parkinson doesn't look like he's going to be caught by anyone now.
Yeah, there's so many examples of, you know, if you do the mental gymnastics where you can see how they arrive at the situation without approving of it.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
Another example would be the Tour de France cycling doping scandal. I think the main one was it Lance Armstrong he was called?
Robbie Marshall is pushing hard behind you. Don't let him find a way past.
Basically that era of cycling where everybody was doping like mad. You could not compete without doing it, and now I'm fucking too busy gabbing again. And again, I mean,
This is the final lap.
as I say, Nabis, I would love to see more sportsmanship, but people are fucking shitebags. But imagine if, like, again, you know, I get it, I don't approve of it. These cyclists, imagine dedicating your life to this sport, just kind of get glass ceilings because everybody in the Tour de France was doping. You either give up on what you've put all this time into, or you kind of join in, and
Let's just run through the race action again.
it's 2 shit answers, isn't it? Yeah, it was Navas. As I say, I'm approaching this from the perspective of a competitor. And to take that, you could look at grass dipping and say, well, that's iRacing not enforcing the rules. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just a shitty situation.
Here is today's result. Let's see how the current championship table looks.
It's close at the top. I'm not near them.
Still at the top of the table at this stage in the series is Robbie Marshall.
Marshall and Parkinson were 1
It's-
point between them.
Here we are for the championship.
Yeah, you're right, Nabis. You know, as I say, I'm not trying to defend their actions. I'm just trying to say I get it.
A good result today, and the title is within reach for Robbie Marshall.
Oh gosh, full version.
Richton is now E1.
Oh, that fucking rejoin, man. I would say, actually, I think it was a point that David Cameron made. Not the shitty ex-prime minister, the baldy sim racer. And, you know, the top split of special events, you know, they get broadcast, this, that, and the other. Why not have some live stewards? Set the standard there, because that's where the visibility is. I'd be up for that. You know, police some rules more proactively and have a trickle-down effect into the other splits without the live marshalling.
There's no change at the front.
Yeah. I feel iRacing's rule set works well for day-to-day officials. You know, things like the no blame contact system, things like that. But yeah, it certainly doesn't quite hold up when it comes to the specials, where you might be willing to take the risk of that week-long punishment to get that win.
The car behind is catching you fast.
Shit rolls downhill. Yeah, man. Yeah. Come on, lads. If you're going to televise your top split, fucking police it. Getting him in the... But it doesn't need to be top split of every time zone either. Just the televised one that everyone, the big guys try and get into. You know.
Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
Yeah, that was always the way in Abbas. It's just never been as glaringly in plain sight as it has been, as it is now. Top 3 have checked out, haven't they? Yeah, if I wasn't keep going off the track, I'd be doing better. And what power do iRacing have beyond the week ban? Permaban? If they're that good, they're just gonna make a new account under another name. Fortunately, the only recourse to stop top split drivers doing it well, they'll just make another account, mate.
There's no change at the front.
I think for top split,
Final lap, repeat. This is the final
what's the word?
lap.
Not marshalling. What's the word? Live stewarding has to be the way. Because if they end the result, they cop a week or a month's ban or whatever, the result still stands. You need to end the race before it's complete. My pro license actually is a good threat because that doesn't get awarded automatically like an A does it?
Robbie Marshall has moved
Yeah, that
into
is
the lead.
bestowed upon you, isn't it? Every time, that is so much tighter than I'm used to. I do feel though, guys, we're all kind of on the same page and we're just arguing the semantics of how to police it. We all agree it should be policed, so whatever.
Let's look back now at the race highlights.
Not something worth getting too salty over, is it, guys?
Let's see where here is the driver's.
Wow, it's like half the points of the fucking winner there. Curb crawl! Oof, that's... Gosh. So, Navas. Navas. I've got an average of 25 points per series here. I need 126. So, say if I did the European again and got another 26, Would it still be 26 from that series, or would it be 52? I'm definitely going to have to run repeats, aren't I? Or say if I ran European again, got 30 points, would that be 30 points towards my total for the Worldies? Or would it be 56? Oh, fuck. So I need an average of 42 per series to get the Worldie, don't I? Shit. I have to get good. Right. Okay. So obviously gonna need to do the Pan American. Yeah, it's a good point. But I don't think I'll be finishing this game tonight, that's for sure. We're nearly at midnight. Fuck. Right, okay. Here's a crack then. I'm going to do the Pan American. And that'll be it for tonight. I'll have to finish this on the next stream. Cool. Must attain a final championship position of 5th or better. 25 points. Easy. Okay. Piranha or Quicks? I ran with Quicks last time. I didn't like the car. But they're both FW. I didn't even realize front wheel drive had been invented in North America. 7 hours in, expecting. That's fair. But you know, it's me, innit? Right, okay, I'm gonna go with Piranha. Because we got one more brake horsepower. And, you know, fuck American cars, they're crap. Still got most of this can, so I'm not going to have a break just yet. I'll have a mid-season break. Laguna, Glen, Vancouver, Mexico, Red America. No repeats. Ah, fuck, I suck at Laguna Seca, man. Set up. Right, what's the crack here, Nabis? Full max speed again? Ooh. Anything for brake bias? Am I too front loaded? Can't really do trail braking in this game. It's higher first gear ration. Yeah, to be fair, I was barely getting any use of first. It was too low. Good call. How does this look? Poifik. Grand. Let's have a go.
Welcome to the Pan American Championship and the first race of the series here at Laguna Seca.
Ian Masters is now leading the race.
Aw, mate! Rude. Look what you've done to my car. Whoops. Bump. I got low framey. Oh, mate.
Carried away out there.
It's not on me. He's even moving in front of me in the braking zone.
Good work. You're catching the car ahead. Good work. You're catching the car ahead.
Bonk. Tell you what, guys, I don't know if you've been keeping up on my Discord, but as part of this challenge, I was basically checking out some of the games I've got queued up, making sure they worked. I got the kart game
Great lap.
on my
That's
list
the
right now,
fastest lap of the race so far.
which had Alex Zanardi in it.
Laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
I don't know if you know about Alex Zanardi. Drifter probably more likely. Like, he had something like 40 odd F1 race starts. We went over to America. He lost both of his legs in an accident in 2001. I think it was IndyCar. Shit. Doing stories when I should be racing again. And so he did some touring car racing with hand controls, shit like that. Yeah, proper don't let life get me down guy.
On
Yeah.
the podium now. Do you think you can make second?
But in, I think it was 2020, during... Fuck you, dickhead! I got fucking minced there. Yeah, after doing touring cars with... I missed a bit of the story. He actually became an Olympian.
Weston is still in the lead.
Like a Paralympian. And he's won gold medals in the Paralympics in handbikes. In 2020, he was out cycling on his handbike. I think he got hit by like a fucking truck or a lorry or something. And he was proper grievously ill.
The car behind is catching you fast.
And so I was testing the kart game today. The last I heard of Zanardi was him being in that accident and being in critical care. So I thought, oh, I wonder how he got on. I gave him a Google. He got put back in hospital yesterday. He's like still on this massive recovery from this accident 2 years ago. There was a fire at his home and he's been sent back to hospital, the poor guy. dodgy solar panel, apparently. But yeah, it's... Jesus. So sad.
Let's look back now at the...
Let's not look back at my crap race.
Here is the official result. With only one race...
Need to do better, otherwise I'll be on this game forever. Ah, the Glen. I can do the Glen.
Here we are for the next race in the championship.
Was this game called Jarrett and Labonte in Canada as well? I mean, to be fair, I don't think the TOCA brand has much sway in North America. Hey, cheers, Nabas. Have a nice trip to Birmingham tomorrow, buddy. I'll catch up with you soon. What is it? Volleyball, is it? You're watching tomorrow or something? Netball, something ball. Shit. More grip than expected. Bums.
Look out.
Yes. You can tell they didn't spend too long looking at the data for these tracks. Probably literally just looked at a top-down map and went, here we go, lads, get on with it. Because, yeah, this game would have been developed in Birmingham. And very unlikely anyone who worked on it visited Watkins Glen in their life. Yeah, exactly.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
Oh, what? That is not a corner. Why am I understeering there? It's the Navas low downforce high gear setup.
There's been a big smash ahead. Take care.
And then you get this, which is a finely balanced thing in the old iRacing. You just fucking YOLO around there, mate.
Dan Weston has a big lead now.
Of course Mr. Weston has a big lead. He punted off his main rival. That's Green Boy. He's checking it out. I haven't got damage.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap. Keep pushing. You're getting closer to the car in front.
There's a jump. There's a fucking jump. Before the left-hander, there's a jump. It just yeets you into the barrier. I think the Glen with boot is fun too. That could have been the win if I realised sooner that the uphill had the jump in this one and stopped putting myself in the fucking barrier every time.
Let's take a look back at the highlights from today's race.
Oh yeah, that left-hander back onto that is a tricky boy. And no
Let's take a
denial of
look.
that one.
Let's see how today's result affects the championship.
Don't care about the championship, I just care about absolute points because that's what I need to get into the worldies. Oh god, I did this one yesterday. I do not know my way around it whatsoever. Oh well.
The third race of the championship is here at Vancouver.
Can't be bothered doing my setup. Out of the way, children. This one's particularly janky on frame rates. Oh, fucking hell. Don't shortcut across that.
You got a nudge from David Clivery.
Was this a straight race? It's okay. Crew chief will tell me if people are pitting.
You are currently on 2 points.
Yeah, that corner where the road levels out back onto the shorter circuit, it is just a patience one. Nothing else you can do.
This is a contact sport, but you're making a mess of that car.
Bums. Shit.
Weston is over 5 seconds
This track
ahead.
sucks. Yeah, very much just get it straight and then think about the throttle.
Keep pushing.
Good source of freebies, that corner.
Fittipaldi is tailgating you.
Bonk. Yeah, I don't think this was the gear ratio for this track.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
What? What am I doing in reverse? Don't let me go into reverse when I've got forward momentum.
Lost some ground there. You're now in 6th.
Right, Mr. State the obvious. Dick. Car's still good, it's all cosmetic. Alright, 4th is gone.
Final lap. Repeat, this is the final lap.
Bonk.
There's no change at the front. That's good driving. Keep pushing hard.
Thought I was getting in, but whatever.
Here's a chance to look at the best action again.
Don't want to look at the best action again. I wish I could turn off the auto replays.
Let's take a look at the result. Let's take a look at
Let's take a look at the result. Mexico. Oh man, though.
We're now into the second half of the series and are ready for the next race from Mexico City.
Helps if I upshift. Couldn't hear my engine note because of Talkie Man. Ah, this is a great game, man. Yeah, when you, I mean, there's a curious thing with racing games, like more than any other, racing games benefit most from, by other I mean genre, racing games really benefit from, you know, better tech. So you don't quite get the nostalgia for the old racing games like you would. Like even fucking Mario Kart on the SNES, you go for the most modern because it just plays better. Whereas like with the Final Fantasy, you might, you know, you can play 7 and have a great time and not really feel the jank. It's a strange old thing, but yeah. You know, ye oldie game concessions considered, it's still pretty good. Yeah, the Jarrett and Labonte thing is just fucking weird, though. Yeah, no American is gonna know what TOCA is. Yeah. TOCA's not really a thing in Britain anymore either. It's the British Touring Car Championship, BTCC. Besides that coin, there were sometimes all games handled the physics better. Not so sure. Again, physics is something that benefits from more processing power in the console or PC itself.
2 laps to go. Repeat, only 2 laps to go.
And from having more man hours and investment put into it. You know. I mean, I'm playing, obviously, the PS1. PS1 is before Richard Burns Rally and before NASCAR 2003. But I really do think those two titles, I've not played either of them myself, but I know how well they're revered. And I would say those two are very much exceptions to the rule. Yeah, with these PS1 games in particular though, 3D was new. People were still figuring it out. Physics is very much a PS2 era onwards thing.
Final lap. Repeat, this is the final lap.
Okay, let's go lawnmower in, Hamilton style. Well, 100 meters was enough, but I was wrong. Oh yeah, man. The new ones play better because they've got the hours of, well, the man hours invested into the dev and the hardware to back it up. Not to say that there wasn't a lot of hours into the first Gran Turismo, but remember that game was breaking new ground, and
Well done.
you know, with the exception of possibly the Jeff Crammond Grand Prix series, no racing game at the time was trying to be a big realistic boy.
Let's take a look at the
Sham
Drivers' Championship.
Pagan.
Don't mind if I do. certainly in the console sphere, Gran Turismo was the first to make its so-called realism a selling point. Because the Jeff Crammond Grand Prix games obviously were PC-ish. Honestly, I remember my older brother had the first Jeff Crammond Grand Prix game on his Atari. And I could not get my head around it because my racing game experience was, the likes of Super Monaco Grand Prix on the Mega Drive, which was, like Outrun or Super Hang-On, that kind of 2D scrolling thing they had. And the best way to do it was just to hug the inside and let the sweep take you outside. A completely bullshit racing line, And I could not get my head around using that in an actual 3D game. What a fucking racing line was. I mean, I was 7, and these games had taught me wrong. Yeah. Took me a while to get on board with 3D racing games.
Fifth race of the series, here from Road America.
F1 97 was my first proper one. No, Porsche Challenge. But that was all arcadey.
Leading the race.
What I used to do with the Grand Prix game, it let you have all the drivers set to AI and just spectate it. So I renamed all the drivers in it after my classmates and just watched the races, see who came out on top. I forget which year that game was based on,
Has moved into the lead.
but I do remember that the McLarens were still Marlboro cigarette packet coloured. But they did a weird thing with driver name licensing, actually. Sorry, I got an itch. Basically, it was all fake driver names in the game, but the manual had all the real driver names printed in it, so you could change it yourself to be a grid full of genuine F1 drivers, and they told you who they were. That was wild. What a loophole. Yeah, it's like driving up the side of a mountain. I don't think it's that steep in iRacing. Well, it takes us back to the point of the weird licensing at the time, actually.
Just a couple of cars in front of you now.
It's a thought I briefly had while I was chatting shit earlier. Didn't get round to saying. The FIFA games, the football, or in your part of the world, the soccer games. Shit. Fun fact, it's like nobody knew or gave a shit what FIFA was back in the 90s. The only reason EA Sports bought that license was because they thought it would give them the rights to all the player names, and it didn't. So the first couple of FIFA games just had all fake player names. Didn't even give them access to club team names. It was a completely useless license. And the only reason FIFA is a known thing now is because of the games. No one outside of actually working in professional football gave a shit what they did. Wild. But now,
Ian Masters is tailgating you.
here's the fun thing. EA and FIFA have split up after nearly 30 years of computer games. And FIFA are trying to find a new developer. They gotta go into competition with the EA.
You are currently on 6 points.
So I read, it's been a fair few months since I read this. So the situation may have changed. I'm not an authority on video games licensing. I'm just an idiot playing PS1 games. So that's my disclaimer. But yeah, there was press releases saying like FIFA expecting all the fans to follow the brand name rather than the developer. I'm gonna have to Google this after I finish my stream now. I need to see what's happening. I personally have not owned a FIFA game since FIFA 99 on the N64. So I don't have much skin in this game, you know? I don't have my N64 stuff anymore. I do still have my copy of FIFA 95 for the Mega Drive. Evening, Urinal. Welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you're well. Quick Google shows that they'll stay together for 23. And then the breakup's happening. So yeah, they're finishing the current contract, aren't they? And they failed to renew. At first had properly checked out there.
Let's look back now at the race highlights.
Let's not.
Let's take a look at here is the Drivers' Championship table.
Okay,
With only 2 races left in the series, out in front at this stage is Ben Weston.
the only way I can win
Doing
that
well
is
in
if Weston has 2 did not finishes. God, the thunder in the American flag. And then the 2 not particularly attractive drivers. Sorry, guys. But, you know, should have picked better photos. Okay, I've met my team criteria at least. All that seems to do is give me a cheat code and save me from having to do a team trial before the next series. So no big deal for this. Right, round 6 of 7. This one's got the pits. All it needs is an eagle flying across. Buenos Aires, did he just say? Not sure that's how it's pronounced. Now, I'm not going to tell Argentinians how it is pronounced, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. So 8-lap race, got a mandatory stop to, you know, stay on the same tyres. Clicked on old link, was expecting TOCA. This ain't it. It kind of is, mate. This is TOCA World Touring Cars, but it had a rebrand in America, and I'm on the American ROM. So all we've got, I've basically, the changes are the name, the loading screen, and these voiceovers, and I get forced to drive under one of those names. Aside from that, it is the Codemaster's third TOCA game for the PS1, I assure you. A really weird license with a couple of NASCAR drivers who weren't particularly successful either. But, you know, in America, who the fuck there's gonna know what TOCA is? So I get why they did it.
Cars are starting to come in for their stops now. That's good driving. Keep pushing hard.
And the only reason I'm on this version is because I did find the PAL version originally, and it just got stuck on loading screens, so I had to revert to this.
The car behind you is on your tail. Van Weston is pulling away in front.
Whoa, buddy! Yeah, the AI in this game is vicious. Shit.
Stephen Clivery is pushing hard behind you. Don't let him find a way past.
I'm still not super convinced. Navas's top speed is everything setups. I got minced through that twisty section. Alright, that was a bit harsh on my part.
Now, do you think you can make
Be honest, they've run me off the track enough times. I think I was due
Carlos Ortega is tailgating you.
due having a go at that myself.
Van Weston is way out in front at this stage.
Right, I need to pit soon. Where the fuck is the pit entry?
That's the fastest lap of the race. Keep it up. That's good. Just the race leader to catch now. It looks like most of the stops have been made now.
Fuck, too hot again. Every time that corner. One day I will learn. But today is not that day. Oh gosh, I remember this. Yesterday,
Driving. Keep pushing hard.
I had to do a mandatory pit stop at this track. And I ended up having to stop in the middle of the road and reversing down the racetrack because I'd run out of laps to make my mandatory stop in.
3 laps to go. Repeat. 3 laps to go.
Which I imagine would have been against the iRacing Sporting Code. Oh, fuck, in the gravel. Fuck off. Yeah, man, and because of the draw distance in this game, you don't even see the sign for it until it's too late to brake. Right, it's down here, isn't it, on the way to this hairpin. There it is.
Okay, we're ready for you. Keep it steady.
I hope I didn't accidentally select wet tires there. This game doesn't even have dynamic weather, so I don't know why your tire compound is a choice. It's wets into or dries.
Brake. Here. Go.
Right, 2 laps. Let's finish this off. Should have dipped to first. That Navas tuning again.
Okay, this is it. This is the final lap.
Yeah, we have to do a lot better at this tomorrow. I'm a long way off getting to the World Series. Ah,
Is hard on your
boom.
heels. Keep pushing.
Yeah, this is my position, mate. Planned it all along,
Let's take a
mate.
look back at
Planned
the
it all
highlights
along. Right.
Here is the official. Let's see how today's result
Oh,
affects
30.
the championship.
I need what? 42
We've
per
seen
championship, don't I? So you have to do this again. Jesus. Ah, Brasilia. Yeah, I drove this for the first time yesterday on this game. Obviously, don't know how accurate it is, but a lot of long straights there to make use of the Navas setup. But this will be my last race for tonight. Finish the series off. I'm gonna have to run them all again tomorrow. It seems, or whenever it is the next pick this up. But hey.
The curtain goes down on the championship today.
Is what it
here at
is.
Brasilia.
Yeah, for those who are new to the stream today, I am doing something rather silly. I'm trying to beat every PlayStation 1 racing game I can find. Very early into the process right now. I'm only on game 2. But if that sounds like something you're interested in, might be worth giving that follow button a tickle.
This is good. Do you think you can catch the leader?
Of course, the channel isn't exclusively for PS1 games. I also do a bit of simmy stuff as well. By simmy stuff, I mean iRacing.
Then Weston has just taken the lead.
Bums, bums, bums. Yeah, when I got through the national stages in 4 hours yesterday, I was hoping it'd be like another 4-hour do to finish the game, but yeah, the requirements got a lot more strict for progression. But yeah, mate, all of the time, I have to leave at the space.
Ben Weston is tailgating you.
I mean, who would have thought it, Drifter? Games getting harder as you progress through them. Madness, mate. Madness. Well, I'll probably...
Is tailgating you.
I don't want to spend forever on this. What I'll probably do tomorrow is have another go at all 3 of the tournaments. And if I still can't progress at that point, might start making use of save states. But my challenge, I can do what I want.
Well done. Just one more car to pass. That's the fastest lap of the race. Keep it up. Final lap. Repeat. This is the final lap.
Yeah. Especially with some of how...
Weston is riding hard
God,
on
my
your
words
tail.
are not working today. Especially with how some games of this era were developed. I think Micro Machines V3 has a live system where if you don't pass a race, well, basically you have 3 fails, then you have to start the tournament again. You know.
Good work. You're catching
And
the car
a win
ahead.
is a top 2 out of 5. You have to get a top 2 out of 5 in every race. You have 3 fails out of 5 races. Not 3 fails per race. Out of the lot. But it's a great game, so I'll let it off.
Carlos Ortega is ahead. Try and catch him.
Yeah, I have no intention of being super purist on anything really. Yeah, this is meant to be fun after all. Anyway. Off.
Let's take a look back. Here is today's. Let's take
That's
a look at the
36 points. It's, but the winner had 66 there, so I need to be winning races, just pure simple. Ah, new car. The AC Super Blower. Doesn't sound suspicious at all. So yeah. I need 126 points to clear this. 40, 80, 120. That's 42 per series. I'm miles off. Nah. Urinal. They are super blocky, migraine-inducing nightmares. I'm on an emulator and I'm using every quality of life boost it can give me. Because a big example there is the Colony Wars games on PS1, like these space shooters. Fucking loved them on PS1. I tried to play them back on PS2, almost unplayable. I knew going into this that the PS1 was, without your nostalgia glasses, it's a rough time. And I'm trying to take that roughness off for this, because there's no way I'd be able to do it otherwise. You're not the asshole, mate. You're entirely legitimate. But yeah, that's me for tonight. Boot the X button. And do me a save. Bang in. Might do an in-game save. I don't even know if these work. But I'm just doing double security. So yeah. Yeah, if you want to give us a follow, there's going to be a lot of racing games on this channel over the next year plus. If you want to find out when I'm due to go live, it's a bit free and easy, the schedule right now. But the best place to get notified is at my channel. Thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. I've had a great time. I hope you lot have had a good time too. And I hope to see you all soon. Good night.